Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be sharing with you all how to go about the making of this pencil long skirt with a very high slit and a zipper at the back. It is 100% beginners friendly, and if this is something you want to learn how to do, keep on watching to the very end and don't skip any part of this video. With all that being said, let's get started with today's tutorial. I used 1.5 yard of this flowered crop fabric to recreate mine, a matching colored zipper. I have my chalk, my scissors, and also my ruler. The very first thing I'm going to do is to fold my fabric into two equal halves. So make sure that the two borders are meeting each other just as I'm doing right here. Then I'll fold it again because I want to cut out the front part and the back part of the skirt at the same time. I'll take my time to arrange this properly, and when I've achieved that, I'll go on ahead to rule a straight line at the top part of this my fabric, and that is going to be my waistline where all my measurements will be starting. I'll go on ahead and give this a very quick press so that everything comes out very flat. So now I'll be adding a band of 1.5 inches to my skirt. Because of this, I'll be subtracting 1.5 inches from all my vertical measurements. I placed 1.5 inches on that first line, which is my waistline, and I got my hip length of 8.5 inches. The next thing I marked was my knee length of 17 inches. Then after that, I'll be getting my full length. So the full length of this skirt is 42 inches, and I'll be adding extra 1.5 inches for my hemming allowance. Remember I said this is going to be a very long skirt. The next is to extend all these points which I have marked right here. I know that this fabric is very colorful. I might not really see these lines clearly, but I believe that if you look properly, you can see them. So what I will do next is that from the folded edge of my fabric, I'm going to start marking 1 inch from the top part of my fabric to the very end. So this 1 inch I'm marking right here is for my allowance, of which I'm using my ruler now to connect the dots into a straight line. So I'll trim off the excess I have after getting the length of my skirt. And the next is to start inputting my body measurement. From that top line, that first line there, which is my waistline, I'll divide my waist circumference by 4. And what I have, I marked it right there. I'll get my darts, that's my nipple to nipple point divided into 2 is 3.5 inches. And I'll also mark it right there. Then from that point, I'll come down by at least 4 inches. That will be the length of the dart. And at both sides, I'll mark half of an inch. Okay, then I'll use my ruler to connect it this way in a slanted form into that 4 inches. So this dart I have right here now is 1 inch wide, which I'll be also replacing at the side of this my skirt. So this is my waist circumference divided by 4. This is my dart of 1 inch. I'm going to be replacing it here, as you can see. Then I'll add my sewing allowance of 1.5 inches. So I'll come to my hip line. I'm going to be marking 1.5 inches beneath my hip line and extend it into a straight line. So this always enable me eliminate any form of points that comes up at the sides of our hip. Okay, so now I divided my hip by 4 and mark what I have on my hip line, and I added 1.5 inches for my sewing allowance. Now from my waistline, I'm connecting this straight down into my hip right there. I measure what I have on my hip right there, and I subtracted just 1 inch from what I have, and I marked it on my knee line. Now I'm connecting from my hip line into my knee line. So that measurement I have on my knee line, I'll just extend it in a straight way down to the ends of my skirt. I'm done with the drafting, and I'll go on ahead now to cut out exactly the way which I have drafted. I'm cutting out the sides, and when I get to the top part, I'm going to be leaving at least half of an inch away from that my waistline, okay, which is going to be for my joining allowance. I will notch my dart and also notch my zipper allowance of 1 inch. I remove the inner part of this my skirt so that I can work for this part of my skirt to get my butt curve. How I did this was that I marked half of an inch away from this my waist, on top of this my waistline. Then from there, I'm marking down 5 inches. If you have been a day one subscriber, this shouldn't be a new method to you at all. Then from that 5 inches, I went down by 8 inches. I'll get my ruler now To connect this half of an inch I marked away from my zipper allowance line, I'll connect it this way into my 5 inches. Then from that 5 inches, I'm going to connect it into my 8 inches. But I'll still be coming out by half of an inch for my zipper allowance. Then I'll still reconnect it this way. So this particular method will give the illusion that your boat is actually on a bigger size. So when I was done with that, now I'll go on ahead to cut this out. Then I'll trim off the excess I have, just leaving only half of an inch. Okay, so that is it for the back part of the skirt. Now for the front part of the skirt, remember it has a slit in front, hence the reason for adding that 1 inch allowance. So I'll just separate it at the middle or at the center. This one is for the front part of the skirt. It doesn't really need any much process for the slit part. So on this part which I have cut straight, I'm just going to be folding it at least quarter of an inch right here from the top part all the way to the base, which is what I've done right here. I'm going to be getting the other parts. Now I'll be placing them on top of each other, right sides facing each other. Now I'm going to be pinning this. After pinning, I'll be determining the length of my slit. So from my waist, I want the length of my slit to stop at least 18 inches is okay, right? Or 19 inches, depending on how high or how low you want your slit to be. So mine are marked 18 or 19 inches, and from that mark I have right there where I notched my zipper allowance, I will join it all the way and stop exactly under my 19 inches. I've gone ahead to do this, and this is what I have. So this is the wrong side. I'll be opening up these joints I have right here now and iron it open. So when I'm done ironing it open, I'll get my hemming gum. So I'll be raising this part up and I'll be placing my hemming gum underneath. And I'm just going to be placing my very hot iron on my fabric. Please make sure that it's not so hot that it burns your fabric, but at least hot enough to melt your hemming gum that is underneath the fabric. So with this, I have a neat finishing. I'll do this for the both sides and see. I'll show you all what it looks like. I'm done, and this is the very perfect way I've always joined my slits since my overlocking machine spoiled, and it has been working perfectly fine for me. The next thing is to stitch up our dart right here. You flip your fabric to the wrong side this way and you measure at least half of an inch like this. So you're going to join half of an inch like this and stop exactly at 4 inches in length. When you must have done that, you are going to be joining the front and the back part of your skirt together right here. So I'm going to do this by bringing the right side of the back part of my skirt and placing it on the right side of the front part of my skirt. Ensure you stitch your dart for both the front and the back part of your skirt as well. Right sides of this my two fabrics facing each other. I'm going ahead now to pin this at the sides. When I'm done with this, I'll go on ahead to mark my stitching allowance, which is 1.5 inches. So this one now I'm joining from the waist all the way to the hem or the base of my skirt for the two sides. I've gone ahead to do this now, and you all can see what I have so far. So the sides are closed. The only open part now is the back. So all I'm going to do is that the back parts, I'll bring them together like this, right sides facing each other, and I'm going to be determining where my zipper is going to be stopping. So from my waist I measure down up to 9.5 inches, but it's too long. If you are doing yours, please measure up to 8 inches. Okay, then from there I'm marking half of an inch. From that 10 inches now I'll join this all the way to the end using just half of an inch on the wrong side, just as I've done right here. Okay, so I'll flip this now to the right side so that I can start working for the band and also the zipper. So this is what I have right here now, and I'll measure out my waist circumference. At the end of the day, I had 35 inches. I have this piece of fabric which is 2.5 inches wide and even more than 35 inches long, which will be for my band. So what I'll do now is to get my waist of my skirt, and I'm going to be pinning the right side of this my band to the right side of this my skirt on the waist area, just like this, on the top part. Okay, so I'll pin this all around. So when you get to your seam, you open it up. Just watch what I'm doing. This joint here, I'll open it up so that by the time you're done sewing, it doesn't look puffy. Okay, so after pinning this all around, I'll just go on ahead and join them together using just half of an inch. Just the top parts using half of an inch. So I'm done joining that. This is what it looks like, and I remove my pins right now. Then when I turn this is what it's going to look like. So you see how nice it's already coming out. So the next is to fix my zipper. All right, so my zipper is green in color, just as you saw at the beginning part of this tutorial. And the right side of my zipper, I'm going to be placing it with the right side of this part of my skirt, and I'll pin. So that joint you have on your waist with the band, make sure you take it up so that when you are joining your second band, it can be easier. Just raise it up and pin as well. So this is what I'm going to be doing. Remember that I already cut off half of an inch for when we are doing our butt curve and the rest. So we are joining using half of an inch. When you're done pinning, go on ahead and stitch. Flip this to the other part of your skirt, right side of your zipper facing each other like this. And also go on ahead and join as well using just half of an inch. After joining, this is what I have. My zipper is long, but I'll be trimming it off later. Go on ahead and open up your zipper, and yours should be looking exactly like this. I'll be getting the second band I have right here, which is also 2.5 inches wide and very long, to go around my waist. Then you're going to be placing the right side of this band together with the right side of the first band on our waist. Right sides facing each other on that top part. That is where I am pinning. So you are going to pin this all around to get to the other side of your zipper. Okay, so when I'm done pinning, I'll also go on ahead and stitch this down using just half of an inch. All right, so I'll cut off this excess I have right here because it's not needed. So what I want you all to know is that after joining this top part here using just half of an inch all around to the other side, so when you get to the zipper part, from the base here of this band here, you're going to be going up by at least half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch upward like this. And when you come here, you now stitch down and stop exactly on that half of an inch or 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so I'll be doing it for the both sides of my zipper. Go up by that, and when you see straight down, you stop at that point. So here is what I mean. After stitching the top part using half of an inch, I got to the zip part, I stitch it straight down, and I stopped on that half inch or 3/4 of an inch. Now I cut off the excess zipper I have and now trim off that part so that it can come out flat, as you can see. The next is to now flip this my band to the right side. So you can see when you turn it, now you have your zipper looking very neat. Now when I'm done with that, I will just go on ahead now to iron out my band. So for this band, most people prefer ironing interfacing to the wrong side of their band before fixing, but me, I've always fixed my band without really ironing and interfacing, especially when it's my dress. But when it's a client's outfit, I ensure that I iron and interface at least an stay or a cloth gum. So now I'm ironing my band flat. As you can see, I'm arranging it, ironing it flat. So when I'm done ironing it flat, I'm just going to be folding in that 3/4 of an inch like this. So you see what I'm doing? I'll fold it in. If it's half of an inch or 3/4 of an inch you have, is okay. I'm just folding it in, and after folding it is you stitch this all around. But the easiest way I have always done this is that I get my hemming gum, I raise my band, I place it in my hemming gum inside like this. Then I use my band to cover it up and now fold in. You see, and now fold in that 3/4 of an inch and make sure that it is resting on my hemming gum. But make sure your hemming gum is not showing outside your band. Then I'll place my iron on this and it is going to be melting my hemming gum automatically. If you do this, it is very easy and convenient. So when you stitch this, or sorry, when you are done doing this all around, it will now be very easy for you to stitch your band all around from one end of the zipper to the other side. So when I'm done with this, you will see what it looks like. So I'm done. This is what it looks like. I'm even yet to run a stitch at the base here, which is what you're supposed to do. At the base, you run a stitch. Okay, so you all can see how nice this is looking so far. And that is all for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next one. Have a lovely time ahead of you.